Happy New Year, my friends. Today I am doing something different, and right now in this moment it's a little bit noisy because I am in the city, Manhattan, if you don't know, and I just did a New Year's Day Bikram yoga class, and Bikram is my favorite form of exercise. People either love it or hate it, and it's truly the only exercise that I have really ever stuck with, that I look forward to. It does something for my mind, body, and spirit. um, I just wanted to be really raw right now and wish you a happy new year. I'm going to do something a little bit different today, and this is going to be sort of a sneak peek of what is going to be a direction that I'm going to be taking the podcast this season. And so let me know how it goes for you. And it's really going to be a moment for you to pause. So this is going to be really great to listen to, particularly after a really intense workout, because that's when you can kind of get out of your head and just really drop into your body and let it all go. So if you can, go do something intense. Go do a HIIT class or a boxing class or Bikram yoga. Some form of enjoyable, intense workout for you, if possible, or just take a moment of stillness and quiet, and we'll be back in just a few. Throw out the rules, forget the cliches. This isn't about the perfect profile or the perfect date. It's about real connection. It's time to strip away the masks, shed the stories, and drop those old patterns that no longer serve you. Tired of dating advice that doesn't fit? So are we. Welcome to Stripped, Drop Your Patterns, where conscious dating isn't about following a script. It's about embracing your whole self and attracting the kind of love that sets your soul on fire. I'm Rachel J., the connection coach and your host. Let's get real. Welcome to 2026. Now, I want to preface this by pointing out that every day is literally a new day. The beginning of a new year, if you would like it to be, an opportunity to start fresh and set new intentions. But we're conditioned to mark these opportunities as significant only when the ball drops and the year number on the calendar changes. But I invite you to remember that every day can have that January 1st energy, and every day can be an opportunity to release the version or aspects of you that no longer serve you. But because today is January 1st, we'll acknowledge and work with it. So with that, if you are somewhere safe to do so, I invite you to take a slow, deep breath and gently exhale your eyes closed. This is not a meditation, but it's an invitation to drop in. As I mentioned in the intro, that was very in the moment, spontaneous, and raw, I had just finished a Bikram yoga class, which, if you're unfamiliar, it's a 90-minute class kept at 105 degrees and about 40-ish% humidity, and it's intense. And one of the core practices is to find stillness between the postures and resist the impulse to adjust your clothing or hair, reach for your water, or leave the room when you feel discomfort. And when class is over, I stay in the room in Savasana, which, if you don't know, is basically laying on your back and releasing all the tension from the postures that you are holding so that you can be in a fully relaxed state. And I stay like that for about a half hour, like at least 15 minutes, but definitely today it was a half an hour before I get up to leave. And when I first lay down in that final Savasana, and I'm thirsty and I'm overheated and just kind of agitated because I'm wiped out and ready to GTFO, I really intentionally focus in that moment to resist my initial impulses and simply be with the discomfort and not react to it. And that was something that I was very conscious of in my Bikram practice today. And so it inspired this episode. So as you gently close your eyes and listen to my voice, try to really be with it. Resist any impulse to look at the clock or check your phone, scratch the itch, whatever might typically distract you or shift your focus. Notice the impulse as it comes up, but consciously choose not to indulge it. Choose instead to stay with my voice and keep breathing. So today is the first day of 2026. 2025 is complete. What does that mean for you? Did you end the year where you thought you would, as the person that you envisioned on January 1st of 2025? Maybe you crushed your goals and you're fired up to continue to do so in 2026. And if that is you, congratulations. Truly, that deserves acknowledgement. But if that is you, then where I'm going with this today may not be for you. If you are relieved that 2025 is over, if the holidays are hard for you, if my episode last week resonated, maybe you didn't hit the goals you set out for yourself, lose the weight, find your soulmate, then this is for you. Let today be your system reset. Let go of any disappointment around what didn't get accomplished last year. Let yourself breathe into the person that you are today, right now, in this moment. Breathe into that again and allow yourself to just soften. Yesterday is done. Tomorrow isn't here yet. And right now is what matters. How you feel in this moment will inform how you feel in the next moment. When you think about your goals for 2026, let them be internal rather than external. Let them be less about performance, action, or outcomes, and more about being. Breathe into that. Notice the difference in your body when you think about external goals like quitting your soul-sucking job or making X amount of money or getting out of debt or having someone to kiss next New Year's Eve. When you think about goals like this, notice the constriction in your body because your brain immediately starts to work out how you're going to achieve those goals. And while it is important to have certain external goals, because that's how we grow and keep ourselves from getting stuck in place, I just want you to notice the difference in your body when you think about these external goals versus thinking about just being at peace with yourself and your current circumstances. Allowing what is to be without indulging the impulse to fix it. And I want to be very clear here. I'm not recommending complacency or defeat or giving up. I am recommending resisting the action that comes from reaction in the moment that you feel the discomfort. So feel the discomfort of the circumstance and allow yourself to sit with it long enough for your nervous system to regulate itself and find calm naturally, rather than to cover the discomfort with more doing and hoping that doing resolves the discomfort. That's kind of like breaking a glass, and instead of confronting the mess and sweeping up every shard, you just place a towel over the top and think that just because you can't see the sharp pieces, you won't get cut if you walk over it. The broken glass is still there, and until you sweep it up, you're in danger of getting hurt. So when your thoughts about how 2025 ended Maybe having vowed not to end another year single, and yet you spent another family holiday getting asked when you're going to settle down, why you're still single, if you want to be fixed up with your cousin's best friend. Resist the urge to immediately sign up for all the dating apps and speed dating events in your area. Because when you act from a state of needing something to be different than it is and going into fix mode, then you're not going to bring your best self or your most magnetic energy to those interactions. You're going to bring the version of you that is needing a specific result, and we all know that reads as desperation. So instead, when the disappointment of 2025 enters your thoughts, I invite you to just sit with that discomfort. Sit with it past the point of distraction, which is your ego, by the way, but that's another story for another day. And once you really let that discomfort in, but only then, pay attention to the thoughts that follow that. I promise you'll hear a different voice. Not the scared voice that's trying to avoid pain, but a voice that sounds more true to you, that offers aligned guidance for your next steps rather than cheap fixes. This guidance is going to have greater success than any actions born of fear or force. So let yourself breathe into the discomfort of the moment. Give yourself grace for any goals that weren't crushed in 2025. And return to this moment right now. Call up the goals that you'd already set for 2026 and ask yourself where these goals came from. Was it the voice that reacted to the disappointment of 2025? Or was it the voice that got quiet and patient while reflecting on 2025? Because here's what I want you to know, my friend. You are enough as you are today. You're enough for your dream partner regardless of your finances or your physique. You need only to remember and embody that very simple truth. Continue to grow and better yourself, yes, but do so from a state of being grounded and present and at peace. Breathe into that and notice how it feels in your body. When you're ready, open your eyes. Welcome to your new year. I am so grateful to have you here with me on Stripped, where we continue to drop our patterns together. And if today's episode resonated with you, I have some very exciting news. I'm going to be releasing a lot more content of this nature very, very soon. And it's set up to be a journey, bringing you back to yourself and gradually building the muscles for you to have successful dating interactions, again, from that place of grounded, embodied confidence. So I'll be sharing more on this release very, very soon. So make sure you subscribe to Stripped wherever you get your podcast so that you don't miss it. Please also like and share this episode with your community, because we can all use today's gentle reminder to allow ourselves grace and space to really listen before defining our New Year's goals. Until next time, stay kind to everyone you meet, including the one in the mirror. Bye for now.